that was really fun. Thank you. I appreciate you. The other thing is, for 1,000 subscribers, I thought I might do a little Q&A. So if you have any questions for me, I don't know, you can comment them in this video or really any video that I have, and I will answer those in the next video. If nobody has any questions, that's okay. Yeah, so, alright, let's get into it. It is rush hour. I apologize. Been a very busy week for me. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, the part 2, or the second part of the last story I read in my last video. If you haven't seen that video, you can watch it. I will put a little thing up there. Okay. Alright, so this story is called My Wife Has Been Missing for 15 Years Until She Called My Phone Out of the Blue, Part 2. From r/Scary Stories by Holly Mae Blissful. I could hear her clearly now. Daniel, thank goodness I finally reached you. The voice was coming from inside my house. Daniel, it's me. Sarah, are you there? Panic rose in my chest. I don't believe in the supernatural, but all signs were pointing to something horrifying occurring. Something beyond a scam caller desperate for money. My mind was a mess, debating whether to say, out of morbid curiosity, or to run as fast as I could out of the door and never look back. The rustling was so loud now, drowning out any chance of logical thoughts. Daniel, thank goodness I finally reached you. The shrill voice cut through my panic. Daniel, it's me, Sarah. Are you there? It sounded even closer to me now. Like the source of the voice could only be a few meters away. Hello, I call out, hearing slow, small footsteps. Hello, is anyone there? I stay rooted to the spot, my leg paralyzed in fear. I still didn't know what was happening here, and I wasn't about to risk my life. Suddenly, it was as if someone had flicked a switch. The loud, eerie rustling came to a stop, almost being sucked out of the room like a vacuum. I noticed the footsteps had stopped too, and after a few moments of the terrified silence, the voice also seemed to have gone. I started to walk downstairs, my hands still shaking. What was that? What had just happened to me? Could there be a chance, after all these years, I was going crazy? I rushed downstairs to the phone, yanking the wires out and disconnecting it. I couldn't let another scam caller get inside my head. I didn't leave the house at all that day. The fear still made my head spin and my heart pound in my chest. There was no logical explanation for what had happened. I didn't know what to think. When I woke up the next day, it was like something had changed. Something was different, and it wasn't in my mind. It was almost like overnight, everything had shifted. I wasn't an avid reader, but I had a small bookshelf in my room with about 5 or so books on it. For some reason, it was looking a little empty. Was that just my imagination? I got out of bed and walked downstairs. I needed to get a glass of water. was really going crazy, some sort of delayed guilt response, I guess. Whatever it was, I was afraid. Adam, I hissed into my phone. I don't know what's happening to me, but I need you to come over. I think I'm going mad. Adam promised to be on his way, and I didn't have to wait long for him to be at my door. When I let him in, he seemed concerned. What happened? He asked me. Your call really freaked me out. You sounded scared. I think I'm going crazy, I explained as we sat down. I'm seeing things, imagining things. I think it's something to do with Sarah. I'm also sick right now. I took a Mucinex like an hour ago, so I hope that helped. Losing your wife is tough, Adam agreed. Right, he doesn't know what really happened to Sarah. I know how that feels. 10 years ago, Adam's wife, Laura, had suffered a fate similar to Sarah. She had gone out to work one day and had never returned. It was tough on me, as Laura, being her best friend, was the closest thing I had to my Sarah. It was 15 years ago, I said, wide-eyed. How is it only hitting me now? About a year after Laura went missing, I really broke down, Adam told me. I started getting really paranoid and suspicious. It took a few years of therapy for me to fully accept everything. I nodded, pretending to understand. Therapy won't help me. It seems like nothing will help me. I pretended to listen to the rest of Adam's advice until he had to leave. I told him that I would try out some of his coping methods, but in reality, I had no intention of doing so. That night, I found myself tossing and turning, obsessing over everything that had happened. The phone calls, the disappearances. I couldn't sleep. Begrudgingly, I got out of bed and walked over to my medication cabinet in search of some sleeping pills. I didn't use them often, just when I couldn't sleep. I felt around the cabinet for pills, but they were nowhere. I flicked on the light and looked again. They were missing. This wasn't my mind playing tricks on me. This was happening. I raced down to my basement. Okay. Continuing. I raced down to my basement. I don't step foot in the basement often. It just reminds me of everything. It reminds me of them because that's where they are. The victims. That's right, I said victims, multiple. It started with only Sarah, but I couldn't live with myself knowing that her lover was out there. That makes sense. The man who attempted my Sarah away, he had to go. I lured him into my house with a great plan. Once he was there, I got him a drink. We talked. A drink laced with sleeping pills. He was dead within the hour. Holy shit. The next one was Laura, Adam's wife. She didn't just go missing. She was killed. And I did it. I had good reason. She found me out. She found out what I did to Sarah. She had rushed over to my house to confront me. In a panic, I killed her. I killed her with one book from my bedroom, one sharp blow to the head, and she was dead. And the knife was Sarah. I didn't want her to be afraid. I couldn't have that. She was my Sarah, and I loved her. I didn't want to frighten her, so I stabbed her in the back, like she stabbed me in the back by cheating. I stabbed her with that knife from my knife rack. She fell to the floor like a sleeping angel and died. Sorry. And the knife was in my hands, but I didn't put it there. My vision was clouded. face, my entire body swaying. The sight keeps going and reappearing, but all I can feel is blood rushing around my body. I feel a small, heavy object. I'm holding the book now, but that's impossible. I drop the book to the floor, my legs suddenly buckling under me. I fall to the ground, just like each of my victims, my eyes closing slowly. I can't feel a thing anymore. I imagine this is what happened to them. I imagine this is what they felt too. Just before my eyelids close, I almost think I can see something in front of me. A face I know so well. Sarah, my Sarah. That was crazy. These people need to be like employed to write a book or something. That's awesome. Okay. Loved that. Slay. I have 2 more stories. I'll see if I can get to both of them. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna read. This is from r/NoSleep by Blair Daniels, and this was 22 hours ago. So Blair Daniels just cooked this one out for us. Okay, this one is called I Played the Most Disturbing Game of Never Have I Ever. I'm in college. Last night I played the most disturbing game of Never Have I Ever with my roommates. If you don't know the game, it goes like this. Everyone holds up 5 fingers. You go around the room saying, "Never have I ever," followed by something you've never done. Everyone who's done that thing has to put a finger down, 5 fingers down, and you lose. Anyway, last night we'd been drinking a bit, and a lot of juicy secret sharing was going on. We'd learned Tina and Layla had been skinny dipping. I cheated on a test, and now Layla had been in a threesome. Go Layla. You had a threesome, Aaron gasped. Who was it? She doesn't have to tell. That's not part of the rules, Tina said. But, Aaron pouted. Okay, fine. My turn. Never have I ever had sex outside. You know, if you keep doing sex once, I'm going to lose in 2 seconds, Layla said, adjusting her glasses. Okay, I'll do something different, Tina said. She leaned in closer and lowered her voice to an almost whisper. Never have I ever seen someone die. An uneasy silence settled over us. Our smiles faded and we glanced at each other. Then Aaron and I put our fingers down. Going with the creepy theme here, Layla said, never have I ever used a Ouija board. Okay. Aaron and I put our fingers down. It had been back in September, shortly after that girl, Lucy, disappeared. 1 year above us, majoring in art history. Looking back on it, it wasn't the most respectful thing to do. She was dead, probably, and here we are making some spooky thing out of it. Although, not to shift blame, but it was really Aaron's idea. Your turn, Layla said. Right, okay. My throat was dry. I reached over and took a sip of my grasshopper. How y'all drinking that? Those things you gotta blend up. Never have I ever smoked pot. Okay. second, she didn't say anything. We all stared at her, and she stared back, her eyes nearly black in the dim light. She was smiling slightly as she looked at all of us, hesitating, ramping up the tension. Never have I ever killed someone. Dead silence. Then Layla finally spoke, forcing a laugh. What the fuck, she asked, crossing her tattooed arms over her chest. Of course, none of us have ever. She stopped mid-sentence and then pointed at Aaron. You had 3 fingers up before, she said, her voice weak, small. I looked at Aaron. She sat there, stone-faced, holding up her pinky and ring fingers. She surveyed Layla with her cold blue eyes and then shook her head. No, I didn't. You totally did. Did you kill someone? Erin narrowed her eyes. If I did, do you really think I'd be stupid enough to put down a finger? Tina and I glanced at each other, eyes wide. Layla, I finally cut in. I'm sure she had 3 fingers up before. You're sure you saw her? No, I didn't see her, but I mean, obviously she didn't kill anyone. Layla focused back on Aaron. You put 1 down for the Ouija board and 1 for seeing someone die. What was the 3rd one for? Skinny dipping, she replied without hesitating. No, wait, Tina cut in. That doesn't make any sense. You said you don't know how to swim. That's why you wouldn't come with us to Lake Crystal. So, you can skinny dip without swimming. That's why it's called skinny dipping, not skinny swipping. But I could hear it in her voice. She was getting flustered, and my stomach twisted, and my heart began to pound. No, there's no way, is there? There's no way Erin killed someone. And if she did, there's no way she would admit it during a game of Never Have I Ever. The whole thing was ridiculous. But then why is she acting so weird? Why isn't she laughing it off? My hands were still shaking now. I looked at Layla and Tina, and they both looked as terrified as I was. Maybe she did kill someone, maybe. Something was bothering me, nagging at the back of my mind. Something I thought was insignificant when it happened, but now seemed very significant. I don't want to play anymore, Erin said abruptly. She got up off the floor and set her drink down on the table. You guys are being too weird. She started down the hallway, where her and my bedrooms lay. Wait, I stood up. She slowly turned around. What, Caroline? It's my sister's name. She asked, her eyes empty. You going to accuse me of murder too? No, just, where were you that night? The night Lucy went missing. Excuse me, she spat. The gears were turning in my head. Before, I hadn't put the pieces together. I wasn't weird. It wasn't weird for Erin to be out that night. I'd been out all night at Jared's place or at a party, so had Tina and Layla. And yet, it wasn't a weekend night. It was just a random Wednesday around 2 a.m. when I heard Erin's door creak open next to mine. I heard her footsteps thumping down the hall. I'd woken again with a start at 4 a.m. to hear her coming home. Later that day, we heard Lucy was missing. Where were you? I asked again. I heard you leave around 2 a.m. the night she went missing. Erin's expression blanked. Then, in an instant, she ran down the hallway. She pushed me aside roughly, and I fell into the floor. My head made a sickening thwack as I hit the floor. Distantly, I heard the other girl scream. Above me, I saw the door swing open and then slam shut. I scrambled up, but it was too late. By the time I peered into the hallway, she was already gone. No one has found Erin yet. I don't know exactly what happened to Lucy. I don't even know if she's guilty. But I wonder if she didn't actually mean to put her finger down during our game. If maybe she did it without thinking, on instinct, or maybe something unseen forced her finger down. Maybe. Okie doke. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if there are any other creepy type videos or stories you would like me to read.